Hello everybody, Jackson here with the Wealth Squad. Today we'll be talking about Chinese stocks, starting with Alibaba. Today you could see, let's actually go to the 5-day chart. You could see the absolute carnage on Alibaba today from 72 to 63, all because of something with the Chinese government. We can actually read about that later. Um, but some reshuffling, some shuffling within the Chinese government led to these stocks falling. So now we can see here Alibaba over the past however long since the IPO 2014, over the last 8 years, you could see exactly the path Alibaba took. So let me X out of these. You could see start at the 90s, hit 58, went from 58 up into COVID, which brought it to 200, and 200 to 300, and 300 back down to where we are today in the 50s and 60s. 60 is very low for Alibaba. It's actually below the IPO price, which is crazy because it was 8 years ago. We can look at that EPS and actually see for ourselves the difference, right? 44 cents, you can see right there, the first earnings report. And the share price today is $1.70. I'm sorry, EPS today is $1.75. At its peak, it was 263. You see it 263, 336. Then it started to fall, and now we are at 175, which is still pretty high compared to, of course, where it was when it IPO'd. It's at least 4 times as much. So you have to ask yourself, why is this stock not doing so good if the company is doing good, right? If the earnings are growing. And that's the hard part with investing out of country, is you have macro environment that you are not accustomed to. You do not know much about, because unless you live in China, you don't know much about the Chinese economy and the way the government and all that works. Sure, you could do research, but it's not as common and as predictable as a U.S. government, right? You can see presidents every 4 years, usually, the midterms every 2 years, stuff like that, and that happens. And sure, the Chinese government did some reshuffling today, and of course that hurts even more because America is a capitalist economy. It's all about capitalism. Chinese, not so much. That's where you have all these different rulings and court rulings in place where the government makes these companies lose money, not to the fault of their own. And Alibaba is not the only victim here. We have Pinduoduo, which is actually a high-flying stock at once was at you can see right here, 210. Right now it's trading for in the 40s. Earnings, we can see, was barely profitable, not profitable yet. Let's see if we actually hit profitability here. So one time it did hit profitability, 26 cents a share. And now we're 92 cents a share, $46.25, looking to make 67 cents a share. So the company has gone from losing 16 cents a share to now making 75 cents a share, yet it's only $10 above its price, only up around 30% in 3 years, almost 4. And Pinduoduo, if it wasn't a Chinese company, and it had that American predictability, it would be much easier to invest in. But it's so difficult because you have a whole different economy with 1 billion people in it that you just are not accustomed to. And a big one was Baidu. I was actually watching this stock a long time ago, back in 2018. Not really a long time, but looking back at this chart, it looks like a long time. And you can see just how hard this stock has been hit. It was in the 240s, then it fell during some restructuring. Apparently, you can see some earnings reports where the company made some money, of course, but the stock fell from 150 to 117, 145, hit a low of 83. Then COVID came, hit 350, 360. Of course, that looks like it didn't last too long. Earnings hit $3 a share. And now we are trading for $80 with earnings estimated to be $2.20 a share. So it's gone from, you can see up here, $300 for $3 a share. So times 100, right? Obviously that's pretty up there, pretty overvalued. But even here, this is $2.02 a share, or standardized, I guess. You have to look at that. Yeah, that's negative $7 is not very good. So even this one, we could see here, $1.80 a share, or 76 cents standardized, train at 148, and we're at $2.20 at 80. And you have to ask yourself, why is this stock doing so bad if the company is doing good? And you have to look outside at the actual country it is in, it is residing in, and is ruling under. China, the Chinese government kind of tells these companies what to do, and they have no choice but to listen. So all I'm trying to say here is invest in what you are accustomed to, what you know, if you do not want to do a bunch of research. And just so you know, guys, there's other stocks that are affected that are American companies, but they have a lot of traction in China. Thus, Tesla dropping today. You can see here, I'll do the 5-day chart. Tesla dropped today from 213 to 204, hit a low of 198. Same with Starbucks, because they all have a lot of work and a lot of money invested in China. It's just something to be aware of for sure, what percentage of your favorite company or one of your core holdings has in China. So I'll leave you with that. Baba is a mess. A lot of people lost a lot of money, including Charlie Munger, which, if you do not know, is Warren Buffett's second-hand man. He lost a lot of money because his average is around 230, I believe. And he bought on margin, believe it or not. So he's down a lot of money, billions of dollars. It's not too fun what's happened to these stocks. And you look at the numbers, right, and it's pretty dang good. But you look at the overall economy it is residing in, and you realize, maybe I don't want to invest in this company with its chaotic and unpredictable and socialist, government. But that is my opinion. Like I said, I don't know much about China. All I know is these companies aren't doing too good for one reason besides their own financials and stuff. So let me know what you think of these stocks. Alibaba, Pinduoduo, Baidu, all these companies are hurting very badly. And a turnaround could be very profitable for you if you predict it very, very narrowly and wisely, right? You could buy here and sell for a double, and it could still keep going up in a couple months. Who knows what could happen next. All I know is I will be avoiding these stocks. I will not be touching any Chinese companies for the time being or for the near future. That's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Until next time.